Thank you for requesting more information about Listo Tax Solutions. Listo is currently looking to expand. Have you seen the people in costumes out waving signs from January to April trying to promote a tax office? Have you also noticed how many businesses suddenly become tax professionals during these months and offer tax preparation services? It is actually a very remarkable sight when you think about it, isn't it? People dressed up in costumes, waving signs, celebrating tax filing. I don't know about you, but I don't normally celebrate the fact that I have to file a tax return. However, the reason you see so many offices pop up and try to get your business during these 4 short months is because the tax preparation business is a $10 billion industry. But getting back to the celebration of tax filing, did you know that the top 10% of the population currently pays 65% of the federal tax? They probably are not celebrating. Did you also know that 43% of the population pays no federal tax at all? That begs the question, if only 10% pay the majority of the federal tax and 43% do not pay any federal taxes at all, then how can this be such a large business opportunity? This is where the celebration comes in. Let me try to explain. First, most of us file a tax return every year, correct? At least I hope so. Otherwise, the IRS may want to speak to you. Even though almost everyone is required to file a tax return, not everyone has to pay tax. Some pay a lot of tax, others pay less tax, and some pay no tax at all. When you add all these groups together, you'll find a very large portion of the population filing tax returns, some of which are not even required to file. This is because not only do people file tax returns that are required to, but there's a very large portion that file tax returns by choice. At this point, you probably think I'm crazy. Why would anyone file by choice? Well, there are a few very big reasons. The biggest reason is refunds. Low-income tax filers pay 0 federal tax and do not need to file, but many of them qualify for refunds from the IRS. If they qualify for a refund, then they must file a tax return to get their refund back. There are many tax refund possibilities, whether it be filing tax returns to get back the tax withheld on their W-2s, to refundable credits like the Earned Income Credit and the Additional Child Tax Credit, or to file to claim a refund for the Affordable Care Act payments made. There are many possibilities. So if you were entitled to a refund, wouldn't you want to file? Wouldn't you also then celebrate filing if you were getting back large amounts of money from the U.S. government? This is where the celebration theme comes in. Another reason for filing tax returns is immigration status. If someone wants to become a resident or citizen of the U.S., they must be current on their tax returns. Whether they are required to file or not, immigration wants to see a tax return for the entire time they lived in the U.S. And for those that do not want to stay in the U.S., there is motivation to file as well that goes back to the refund reason. Believe it or not, many people that are here without a valid Social Security number are entitled to a refund. For these tax filers, there is a special ID number they must apply for with their tax return, so not having a Social Security number is not a problem. As you can see, there is a huge market potential here. There are many other reasons someone may need to file a tax return. I haven't even scratched the surface with the bookkeeping, payroll, and consulting opportunities that Listo provides. Maybe you have heard of Obamacare or the Affordable Care Act. With current government restrictions getting tougher and tougher, the requirements on businesses for professional help are increasing. How can you get into this market? Going it alone can be very tough. This is a highly competitive market. Even joining a franchise can be tough. Essentially, many of the tax offices are competing for the same clients. Additionally, many have a plan for January through April, then tell you good luck making it to the next year. Unfortunately, you have rent and other expenses the rest of the year. This is where Listo is different. Since you will have expenses all year, why not have income? We provide you the tools to generate year-round income to help offset costs. We also provide you with a marketing niche while continuing to provide services to the entire population. But let's back up a bit. I would like to first go over the Listo story and how this company decided to provide opportunities for growth to others. Established in 1996, Listo Tax Solutions began serving the local community in Medford, Oregon. The primary market at that time was the Hispanic community. While that was the primary market, the entire market was still being served. Through the years, excellent training was established for the employees. A system was also designed and refined to quickly and accurately process tax returns. This system allowed the home office to process over 2,000 tax returns with a very minimal staff of 4 employees. To put that into perspective, many tax offices need 4 employees to process 400 tax returns. The system that was created made for a very efficient operation. Through those years, the home office witnessed amazing growth. However, during that time, the home office also witnessed many tax returns being prepared incorrectly by other tax offices. The incorrectly prepared tax returns made Listo aware of a problem in the industry. Better trained tax offices were necessary. Because of the amazing growth and detailed system of the home office, a door had opened to provide others the opportunity to open their own tax office. By providing the detailed system to its offices, Listo could help provide accurate tax preparation and restore integrity to this industry. In 2009, Listo started franchising the system. This allowed others to have an opportunity for business ownership. Today, Listo Tax Solutions has 5 offices open in 3 states. Those states are Oregon, California, and Texas. 4 more offices are set to open in the next 2 years. One of those offices will be in the state of Florida, bringing our state presence to 4. One of the things that has made Listo successful is the fact that multiple services are offered. Multiple services provide year-round income. A business will have rent, utilities, payroll, and other expenses year-round. It only makes sense to also have year-round income. Listo is one of the only tax franchises that actually provides bookkeeping, tax preparation, payroll, and translation support and marketing material. In addition to the above services, the Listo system allows you the ability to add additional services that you may feel are important to your business. For example, if you wanted to add insurance service to your local Listo office, we provide the avenue to make this happen. The Listo office in California, for example, offer immigration services. Some services are not available to be offered in all states, but with the Listo franchise, you have the flexibility to add services in order to increase your revenue. Many tax franchises say that taxes are not a choice. Unfortunately, this is their main selling point. As we spoke about earlier, almost everyone must prepare a tax return, but there must be more to a franchise than simply offering a compulsory service. So what is Listo's advantage, and what sets us apart from the competition? First and foremost, our primary market is our advantage, and it is an economic force. This market is the largest minority group in the U.S. They also are currently underserved in the tax and accounting field. But before I get into more detail regarding this market segment, let me make it perfectly clear. Listo is open to everyone. Let me say that one more time. We serve the entire market segment. Who is this economic force that we are referring to? Some of you may have already guessed it. It is the Hispanic community. Our strategy upon opening a Listo office is to set it apart from the competition. The first step in this process is to market to the Hispanic market. To understand this economic force better, let's look at the current statistical data regarding the Hispanic community. Currently, the Hispanic market is 17.1% of the U.S. population. As I mentioned previously, this makes them the largest minority group in the U.S. Additionally, 8.3% of all businesses in the U.S. are owned by Hispanic individuals, making them the largest minority group owning a business. And on a side note, 20.5% speak a language other than English in the home. Not because they have to, but sometimes just because they feel more comfortable with that language. By marketing to the Hispanic base first, we don't get caught up in the competitive costume sign waiver marketing. Remember earlier how we spoke about all the tax offices celebrating tax season with costume staff members waving signs in the street? At Listo, we do not do this. It is very important for us to maintain a professional image within the community. We want to be known as the professional tax office, not a next day loan company. So don't worry, we won't make you dress up and wave a sign. Listo's franchise system will provide you with all the marketing tools and material necessary to reach out to this community. Additionally, we do not alienate the market by having a language-specific name. By having the name Listo, we ensure that all market segments are welcome to use our services. Listo simply means ready in Spanish, or we know what we are doing. For those that do not speak Spanish, Listo looks like an acronym. This is part of our strategy. Another Listo advantage is to offer multiple services, as we spoke about earlier. By offering multiple services, not only do you generate that year-round income, but you are able to be open all year. This is significant because the IRS sends out letters all year. Many of our competitors close their offices after April. If one of their clients receive a letter, they're left out in the cold trying to figure out how to respond. But Listo offices are one of the few offices open year-round to assist and respond to those letters. Additionally, by having multiple services, it allows us to build on our reputation as experts in the field. By providing free business and tax workshops throughout the year, we provide you with the presentations and the marketing material to present workshops to your community. These workshops are excellent trust-building tools for your local community. Our strategy to be known as experts in the field extends to appearance. One of our trademarks is quality appearance and image. We want all offices to exude professionalism. We believe a big part of this is by having a consistent image and private interviews. In this day and age with identity theft on the rise, do you really want to go up to a counter and give out your personal financial information to someone that is not a professional? How about when you give your social security number, income, date of birth, and address? Do you want that person preparing their tax return at the desk next to you to have that info? I would suspect not. Listo provides an office-in-the-box setup process so that all the equipment you need is available at a set price. We also have a free design service that allows you to customize the look of your office based on the building you have selected. Office furniture is designed around the building you have selected and installed professionally. You are not alone in the office selection process. We offer site selection assistance to ensure that you have the right location for you and your new Listo offices. Another Listo advantage is that we have an extremely technologically advanced marketing campaign that can be adapted toward your local market. This advanced marketing campaign comes with training and marketing material. We also provide lead registration that enables you to maintain contact with potential and current clients automatically. This same service even notifies you when, where, and what to market. In order to cement your reputation as an expert in the field, we even provide all the material necessary to conduct those local workshops. These free of charge workshops are designed to educate the local community while building your reputation. All the presentation material and training is provided by Listo for these workshops. Because we primarily market to the Hispanic market, we have seen reduced marketing costs. This market tends to be a captive audience, and we have found that marketing costs related to marketing material directed toward our key demographic tends to be less expensive than marketing to the entire market. One of our main behind-the-scenes advantages is our training. Listo provides a very innovative training process. Most of our training is video-based. You and your staff will have access to this training 24 hours a day. This training is not designed to simply watch a video and take a test. While we do have training available that will test your staff's skills, the video-based training we primarily use is ongoing training. For example, if your staff member is trying to set up a new employee for a payroll client, they can simply open a video showing how to do that particular task. The video will play on one screen, and they can pause and resume as necessary until the new employee is set up. This significantly cuts down on management involvement at an office. This innovative training extends beyond video with a 24-hour secure private forum where they can ask and give advice. They can also contact Listo headquarters to help with complex issues that they are unable to resolve. The home office can log directly into their computer for immediate assistance. By having such advanced training and support, you can be sure the product going to the client is accurate and complete. Okay, at this point you may be thinking to yourself, this sounds great, but you lost me at serving the Hispanic community. Quite frankly, I don't speak Spanish. Don't worry, Spanish is not necessary, and we can prove it. Listo's very first franchisee does not speak any Spanish. They currently have a successful office in operation. The key here is if you can hire someone that speaks Spanish, then you will be able to operate a Listo franchise. Additionally, while we market primarily to the Hispanic market, it is not our entire business model. So what is the best location for a Listo Tax Solutions office? To answer that question, we look to specific demographics within local communities. Currently, the demographics we are looking for in order to open a Listo office is a community where there is a high population percentage in the 18 to 57-year-old bracket. We also want to see income in the range of $8,000 to $75,000 a year. We are also looking for single and married couples and families with children. Families with an average median household income from $30,000 to $50,000 is our ideal profile community. It is important that the Hispanic community makes up a large portion of the population percentage. There needs to be multiple small businesses within the community. These businesses could be local restaurants, small stores, landscapers, construction companies, cleaning services, and other personal service companies. To join our team, we are looking for individuals that desire business ownership. They also must desire a long-term business. We are not an overnight, high-fee, in and out of the market business. Listo has been open for many years and wants to provide the same opportunity to others. We also are looking for those that truly desire and want to assist and build their local community. One of our consultation services is designed to help businesses open and operate. By helping others build their dreams, you can contribute toward the growth of your community. In Medford, Oregon, at our first office location, we first saw a community of farm workers and laborers. As time went on, many of those workers turned into business owners, homeowners, rental owners, and more. This was done because of Listo's assistance in making sure they were in full tax compliance and that they utilized good consulting advice provided by Listo. Listo also needs those with prior managerial or entrepreneurship experience. Having the ability to follow a system and manage time well is also a key component. Finally, starting any business can be expensive, but we try to assist in keeping your costs to a minimum. To open a Listo office, you will need to purchase furniture, computers, printers, signage, and other items. You will also need to pay rent and employees, among other costs. We estimate that someone who wants to join our team will need to have access to $90,000 in order to get their office open and running the first year. This does not have to be in cash, but you will need to be able to gain access to this amount in loans and cash in order to get through that year. Currently, there are excellent growth opportunities in California, Texas, and Florida. Contact Listo today for possible incentives for opening in one of these states.